We all know it's coming. Finally, a new Star Fox game! It's been 10 years since the last original game, and even 20 if you only count the last game deemed a true Star Fox title. After checking out the teasers though, something struck me as odd. I know this is very early footage, but it's starting to look like Star Fox 64 all over again, and that got me thinking, what could they possibly do to make this game stand on its own while still pleasing all the fans awaiting a traditional Star Fox game? And then it hit me. What if the next Star Fox game was an origin story? Welcome to the Lilat system. It's been a while, but damn is it good to be back. Fans haven't seen this universe since Star Fox Command on the DS in 2006, not counting the Star Fox 64 remake on 3DS in 2011, but if you ask any diehard fan what the last great Star Fox game was, you'll hear Star Fox 64. And for good reason. Star Fox 64 took everything the original set out to do and did it better, with new features such as an all-range mode, new vehicles, the inclusion of Starwolf, and even some solid multiplayer. The N64 controller worked great for Star Fox as well, with the brand new analog stick with inverted control in the middle prong of the controller, simulating a center stick used in actual fighter jets. And don't even get me started on the Rumble Pack. One feature unique to the series is its arcade-like nature. Unlike most games at the time, Star Fox 64 was designed to be completed in a single sitting, hence the absence of any save features. It was all about the gameplay, the high-intensity action. No time is wasted getting you right into the fight. 1 minute of exposition was all you needed in order to familiarize yourself with the universe, and from then on, your only interruptions were mission briefings from General Pepper. From the get-go, the world was laid out before you. The world map did a great job of conveying this feeling. You begin in one corner of the galaxy in Corneria, and your goal was to reach the other side, to Venom, to defeat the mad scientist Andross. Sure, there was a lot in between you and your goal, but it didn't matter how you accomplished it. From the very beginning, the game made a point in telling you exactly what you needed to do in order to keep the gameplay from being bogged down by story. And that's all fine and dandy, as Star Fox has been and always will be about the gameplay, but the story really resonated with me, and not for being overly serious or dark or anything we've come to expect from games with good story. To put it simply, the story was just fun. The exposition was simple, it set the stage for the game and it gave you a motive, and from then on you were free to pick your own adventure. And that is what made Star Fox 64 such a classic. You weren't just some generic fighter pilot, you were Fox McCloud, leader of a team of anthropomorphic mercenaries that grew as a team together. Sure, 64's mechanics made it a good game, but what made it truly memorable was the banter between squad mates. You had the leader, the strong, never back down Fox McCloud, the rival, the brash and cocky ace pilot Falco Lombardi, the mentor, the wise and trustworthy father figure Peppy Hare, and the weakling, the whiny and dependent mechanical genius Slippy Toad. Everyone remembers the weakling. While there isn't much character development, each character is so great because of each persona they take. It transforms a game into a personal journey, seeing your squad mates grow to respect you as their leader. And as it all comes down to the wire, you alone take on Andross, with the fate of the galaxy at stake. And that ending?
Don't ever give up, my son. Father?
Gives me chills every single time. So I suggest a return to form, so to speak. While Star Fox 64's simple approach to story was fantastic in my eyes, it left a lot of unanswered questions. For instance, what really drove Andross to insanity, and why did Pigma betray the original team? I want to know more about the Lilat system, and the very scope of this universe has the potential to reach Mass Effect levels of lore, but as it stands right now, leaves a lot to be desired. Who inhabited all these planets before Andross wiped them all out? The only way to answer these questions, I feel, would be in the form of a prequel, an origin story. As gamers critiquing story in games, one subject that tends to come up a lot is player choice, how your decisions affect the story. Believe it or not, Star Fox was a pioneer in this very premise. In Star Fox 64 there are 15 different stages, but in one playthrough you'll only ever see 9 of them. Because of the game's arcade-like nature, it needed to be able to be completed in one sitting. However, since it was so short, the devs needed to do something to increase replayability. Enter the branching path system. Instead of following a set sequence of levels for every playthrough, every single level had 2 different outcomes. You were either rewarded for completing the objective with the choice of choosing the harder path, or punished for performing poorly by forcing you down the easy path. You know, I could go on for a while about why this is such a genius design choice, but for now, it has some really great story potential. Because you're essentially creating your own adventure, having your choices hold a real impact on the story could be what we've been waiting for years. Star Fox Command dabbled in this by having a slew of different non-canon endings, most of which were really strange. Obviously there's going to be some differing opinions on this, but I feel that it could be fixed in the same way that Star Fox 64 tackled its story. Instead of having the end result be affected by player choice, have the relationships between characters change as a result of your actions. Make it about the journey, not the destination. That's what Star Fox is all about. As for what I want to see in an origin story, I think seeing Fox's father James' story play out would be fantastic. Forever, he's been shrouded in mystery, and I want to witness the very first conception of Star Fox. It would sure be a great way to wrap up many of the loose ends. Picture it like this. The game begins by showing a young Fox in the cockpit of his R-Wing. As the camera pans out, 2 more R-Wings follow Fox. One piloted by Peppy, the other piloted by Pigma? Yes. The camera then pans back to Fox as he puts on his sunglasses, revealing that this is in fact James's story. The trio then descends upon Corneria to fight off the first wave of Andross's forces assaulting the city, the first of many missions tackled by the newly formed Star Fox team. The plot takes the team throughout the Lilat system as they take on whatever missions are given to them, each mission allowing each pilot to show off their skill sets, as well as showing a bond beginning to grow between the teammates, with the beloved banter returning from Star Fox 64. As time passes, more information is revealed about Andross's road to insanity, until the team is contracted by General Pepper to perform recon on Venom, the mission that would ultimately lead to James's death. When they finally reach Venom, Pigma, the best friend of James who you've actually grown to respect at this point, who's proven his worth to the team, betrays James and Peppy and begins firing upon the two along with the newly formed Star Wolf.
I'll do you fast, Peppy, old pal.
Realizing that only one could possibly escape, in one last-ditch effort, James takes on all of Star Wolf by himself to give his friend the time he needs to escape. In the final mission, you take control of Peppy, whose R-Wing is too damaged to fight back, as he pushes the limits of his ship to get through one last Area 6-like level. All you can do is evade the endless onslaught of enemies as best you can. Peppy finally reaches Corneria, and in the final moments, a young Fox rises to finish what his father started. As the credits roll, the events of Star Fox 64 take place. After an apparition of James escorts Fox back through Andross's tunnels to the surface, there's one more interaction that wasn't present in Star Fox 64.
Way to go, Fox!
That's our leader.
I'll always be with you, my son.
What's wrong, Fox?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
Hey! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video and want to see more gaming what-ifs, consider subscribing. Couldn't hurt, right? If you'd like to see more of my stuff, you can click here for my thoughts on how a Metroid 64 could have turned out, or here to see a bit more personal retrospective on the glitches in Halo 2. As always though, please leave a comment as I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya!